All this week on Dateline Schools, we're visiting Marysville Police Department and getting some safety tips to help get our new school year off to a safe start, as next Tuesday is the official start of the 2018-19 school year. And with all the tips, my special guest this week is Marysville Officer Dan Levey. And Dan, Marysville especially has a large number of students who walk to and from school, especially middle school and elementary schools. What kind of things do these kids need to be aware of as they walk to and from school every day?
Well, obviously traffic. Traffic's a big one. Something we try to remind the students to do is to slow down, take your time, and make sure they look both ways in the street looking for vehicles, because sometimes those vehicles don't see them. And because a lot of kids, too, they like to run across the street. But just like I said, slow down and just take your time crossing the roads and just be safe.
I know in your district, especially, you've got a lot of sidewalks near the schools. So you really want the kids walking there, not in the street, right?
Oh, that's correct, for sure. Yep. Yeah, we don't want them walking in the streets. We want them to walk on the sidewalks. Sometimes, unfortunately, we have to remind some kids that sometimes for whatever reason.
What about motorists when they see a group of kids walking, even if they're on the sidewalk? What should they be aware of?
Be prepared. At any time, someone could, for whatever reason, dart out into the road. Maybe a dog comes out of a yard and frightens someone or something like that, and they backpedal off the curb. So it's happened. So just be prepared, be cautious, slow down, take your time.
I know your schools, they have large yards, they got playgrounds. Sometimes shortcuts are kind of in vogue, but we don't want kids doing that either.
Right.
Go down to the corner,
Yep.
right?
No. Stay on the sidewalks. That's what they're there for. Let's use them what they're for. And like I said, take your time and just follow the laws.
Should parents, especially this week, we got a week before school starts, maybe walk with their kids to school so they know exactly where to go, which door to go into, those kind of things?
That's usually best, although I know it's not always the case, but it's usually best if they can do that. And just remind the kids to make sure that they cross the corners and stay on the sidewalks, and then tell them which doors they have to go in.
It's probably a good idea for the kids to go to and from school the same way every day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely a big one too. As long as if they travel the same path, and then if something happens, then we know where we can look for them if we have to.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.